I don't have a sunny disposition. I'm not known for being too amused. My demeanor's locked in one position. See my face, I'm enthused. Suddenly, however, I've been puzzled. Bunny rabbits make me want to cry. All my inhibitions have been muzzled, and I think I know I'm being pulled in a new direction. But I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm being pulled in a new direction. Through my painful pursuit, somehow birdies took root. All the things I detested, impossibly cute. God, what do I do? Pulled. Mother always said be kind to strangers, but she doesn't know what they destroy. I can feel the clear and present dangers when she learns that the boy has got me pulled in a new direction. And I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm being pulled in a new direction. And this feeling I know is impossible, so I'll confide that I tried, but I can't let it go. It's disgustingly true. Pull, pull, pull. Puppy dogs with droopy faces, unicorns and dancing mice, sunrise and wide open spaces, Disney World, I'll go there twice. Butterflies and picnic lunches, bunches of Corinthians, lollipops and pillow bites and Christmas Eve, sugar plums, string quartets and chia pets and afternoon banana splits, angels watching as I sleep, and Liberace's greatest hits have got me pulled in a new direction. If I keep insisting, I'll stop resisting. Just watch me pulled in a new direction. I should stay in the dark, not obey every bark, but the boy has a bite better far than his bark, and you bet I'll like to do what's truly taboo as I'm pulled in a new direction. say this with complete affirmation. You want to know why? Because I am a product of God's provision. None of this, I'm a product of my environment excuse. No. Let me just say that if I were a product of my environment, circumstances, and what life has thrown at me, then I would have been dead in a dumpster before I learned to walk. 6 weeks old, a beautiful, bouncing baby girl, pure, innocent, impressionable, helpless, needy, and unloved. Born to a young, unfit mother, a mother with no desire to keep or raise a child, life could have ended before it even began. My mother dropped me off at a local church one day seeking daycare. You can imagine their surprise when my mother didn't return. Where was God's hand? And the one that opened the doors of the Salvation Army. Foster care. Tragic how that system works. Usually you're pushed from here to there, a different family, a different home, a different world at every turn. Not for me. One foster family, one hand, one God's provision. Sure, there was drama, but God provided two people who fought for me at every turn. Oh, and my dad? Well, that's a whole other story, which is drenched in God's provision. God's hand held me up through abandonment. At a young age, I accepted Christ. You see, I knew I was being protected by something bigger. I was guided by that same hand to stay involved in the Army. The Corps was my refuge, my shelter, the place where God made his call on my life very clear. And I followed that hand that has guided me. And every day, I am given the opportunity to give love back to those who feel unloved, used up, and thrown away. He has given me the gift of being his hand of provision in those lost lives. I am not a product of my environment. I am a product of God's provision